What is going on, everybody? James of Blue Eye Tech coming in here. Want to talk to you guys about the new iPad Pro that was just announced early this morning. First off, I want to start off with the price. That is the thing that most people usually are concerned about when they're thinking about buying new tech, because tech can be expensive, and the iPad Pro is no exception to that. We're going to start off with the 11-inch iPad Pro here. It starts off from $799. That is for the 120 gigabyte model. It goes up to $899 for the 256 gigabyte, basically $1,100 for the 512 gigabyte model, and for the 1 terabyte model, $1,300. Now, I don't feel you need a terabyte or even 512 gigabytes of storage on it. I feel that 256 is a good one. This is going to basically be a replacement for your computer, honestly, because that's what they're going towards, especially with the trackpad on their new keyboard they're coming out with as well, which that is also pricey. That is definitely more expensive than their previous smart keyboard they had prior. But because I currently have a 120 gigabyte MacBook Air, that filled up pretty quick with all the video I have on it and all the editing and things I do. So I think that 256 is a good medium. Plus also it's not bad, only $100 more for double the storage of that. If you want to get the 1 terabyte or 512 gigabyte, that's your choice. Like, you might end up doing much more intensive editing than I do, things like that though. But I feel 256 is a good sweet spot. 128 isn't bad either, honestly, if you don't do anything too intensive. But then if you go from here, then obviously it's going to get more expensive based on whether you go for the Wi-Fi or the Wi-Fi plus cellular. And then if you decide to choose the 12.9-inch display, that will start off at $1,000, and then it goes up to $1,100 for the 256, $1,300 for the 512, and then up to $1,500 for the 1 terabyte model. So definitely much more expensive than the 11-inch model. I personally don't feel it is worth paying that much more just for a little bit more screen size. That's just me. You might be different, but that's just my take on it. And now, as far as the features go on here, the features are pretty awesome. You get the same Apple Pencil support with the Apple Pencil 2. You get the, like I said before, the Magic Keyboard. Now, the Magic Keyboard, it is backlit. It is able to basically move the display, or basically the tablet, the iPad itself, above the keyboard. So you have more of like a hinge design on this, which is really cool. It also has an extra USB-C port on the side there. I don't know if it's on both sides. From what I've seen, it's at least on one side. So you get an additional USB-C port. So you have the one on the tablet, the one on the keyboard. So that's pretty cool if you want to attach some accessories or just charge a device via the keyboard. And it also comes with the trackpad. Now, the keyboard here is, I believe the old one is around $150, maybe $160. I think I've seen it at $140 if it's on sale somewhere. This is $300 for this one. Now, I think that is a bit excessive for me. It's not, because this iPad will work with the last gen keyboard. I don't really think it's actually worth paying twice the price for the features it has here. The features are cool, don't get me wrong. It's nice having those additional things, having the trackpad and things like that. But I just wouldn't pay $300 for that. Like I said, that's just me. As far as the specs go, you'll be getting with the models here, it will have a liquid retina display, LED backlit, multi-touch display with IPS technology. With the 11-inch model, you'll get a 2388 by 1668 pixel resolution at a 264 pixel per inch. With the 12.9-inch model, you'll get a 2732 by 2048 pixel resolution at a 264 pixel per inch density. With the ProMotion technology wide color display. Both of these will have a wide color display, true tone display. Both of these will have the A12Z Bionic chip in it. So this is not the A13 chip as we all thought it would probably end up having coming out. They kind of have their weird naming scheme they got going on here with the A12Z. With a 64-bit architecture neural engine embedded with the M12 processor. So that will help with things like the augmented reality features it will have in it. So the camera is a 12 megapixel 1.8 aperture with an ultra wide 10 megapixel 2.4 aperture at a 125 degree field of view. So that's pretty good. The camera is definitely a good bump up from the last generation iPad Pros. With a 2x optical zoom out, digital zoom up to 5x, panorama up to 63 megapixels. You got noise reduction, smart HDR for photos, video recording. If you want to record with your iPad, it will have a 4K video recording at 24 frames per second, 30 frames, or 60 frames per second wide, or you can do 60 FPS ultra wide. Slow-mo video supports a 1080p or 120 frames per second, or 240 with wide, or 240 ultra wide. You can take 8 megapixel still photos while recording in 4K video. USB-C. So that's pretty much it. Honestly, I think this is actually a really good iPad. I personally would love to pick up one myself. I love to get my hands on it. But we'll see. As time goes on, we'll see what happens here. If you're in the market for an iPad and you have some money to burn, definitely I recommend going with this iPad. This is a great, especially if you are into video editing and photo editing and things like that. This is a great pickup. That's just my take on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What is your favorite thing about the new iPad Pro? Are you going to be picking one up? Let me know down in the comment section below. As always, this has been James Blue Eye Tech. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one.